Samke Wacheri. Welcome as we look to today's topic. And our today's topic is very interesting. Very interesting because I want to encourage you. I want to show you that we are living in the world of possibilities. And these possibilities need someone who is ready to take them and go on with them. But before even we dive into this session, why don't you go there, down there in on this video and just tap the button written there, subscribe. And as you subscribe to this channel, utakuwa unanisapoti katika ile njia ambaye maybe haujui. And naye mimi nitakuwa hapa katika kukuletea mawaidha, katika kukuletea ushauri, maneno ambayo ni ya kukutia moyo, so that even as we continue with the life, you understand that you have the potential in life. And if you activate what I am telling you today, if you wake up and say, now it is the time for me to activate what I've been told, then you can go somewhere. There are those people who want, kudungwa shindano ili aweze kuondoka aende. And that's why I'm here, actually. That is my work. Ni kudunga shindano, uamke ujue ya kwamba si lazima nikae hapa while kuna kitu ambacho naweza nikafanya. And so, welcome. And today we are having an interesting topic, as I told you, because I am looking at a topic and a very strange word maybe to some of you, that called ATYCHIPHOBIA. I don't know if you have ever heard that word mentioned anywhere. ATYCHIPHOBIA. ATYCHIPHOBIA is a word comes from Greek translation, and it comes from antiche in Greek. And I know many of you understand the phobia. What is phobia? Phobia ni uoga, ama phobia is a fear. But now the antic, ama antich in Greek means unfortunate. And so when I talk about ATYCHIPHOBIA, I am talking about the fear of failure. There are people there who don't move forward with life because they fear to fail. And maybe you fear to fail because you ask yourself, if I fail here today, what will people say about me? If I try this project and I fail, then nitarudi nitatokezea wapi? Nitaanza wapi? Maybe I've got a capital of 10,000 shillings, ama 5,000 shillings. But if I start a project today, alafu iende mahali fail, nitatokezea wapi? Watu watasema nini kunihusu? And so that is the topic today, and I know it's a very intense topic, intense debate. It can bring more debate in a normal or a day-to-day life. But whatever question you have, whatever comment you have, you can put it down there, and maybe you can educate me on something new. I normally tell you guys that I stand for correction. That whatever I do and you feel like you can add something or maybe you can correct something, I am flexible and I am ready for that. That's why we are here to educate each other. Now, to start, I think it's good for me to break down this heavy word, ATYCHIPHOBIA. And they say that ATYCHIPHOBIA is an intense fear of failure. It may cause you to put off or avoid any activity or scenario that has the potential for an unsuccessful outcome. Someone with this condition may be scared to try new things, take risk, or embrace growth for fear to failure. I'm a fear for failure. And the question that I would like to ask you from that breakdown, how many things you stopped maybe to do, or maybe to start or to begin, maybe out of fear, because you fear that if I start, I will fail. Example is here. You have done your classes the whole year, all 2 years, and then you are at the end of your course, and the exam is coming. It's around the corner. That's what you see. And here you are saying, Mimi, hii mtihani najua nitafail. Hii mtihani hata nikienda kufanya najua tu nitafail, sijakuwa nikiunderstand anything. What are you doing? You are predicting the outcome even before you have started it. I mean, unaanza kubashiri matokeo ya kitu ambacho haujaanza kufanya. Why would that happen in our life? And I was thinking about this as I was doing my research, and I realized that according to the statistics, 3 people out of 10, they don't start their project because they fear failure. Just internalize that. That you wanted to start business at the beginning of this year, but till to date, you have never started it. Why? Not because you lack the environment, not because you lack the money, not because you lack the idea, but the reason is because you fear. Woga. You know, they say fear is defeat and fear is a punishment. I mean, the outcome of fear is punishment and defeat. Umeshindwa na umepanishiwa kwa sababu ya uoga. Unakuwa punished kwa nini? The question is this. We are going to end the year 2022. And I know at the day of 31st, saa 6 usiku, kabla hatujavukisha mwaka, people go there for crossover and they say, I believe this year is my year. I believe God will do something for me this year. It is true, and I don't argue with that. You have faith. But remember, Bible says that faith without action is dead. Now, you create the resolution for 2023 and you have a paper full of resolutions. But before the month of March, hizo resolution zote zimesahaulika. Why? January iko hapa, inahitaji school fees. Wale wanalipa house rent, nyumba zinadai. Watu wanadai kukula. All these things ziko kwako, zimejaa kwa mabega yako. And don't forget, also where you go to church, if you are a believer like me, you are a Christian like me, you know that also the kingdom of God requires the 10% from you. Understand that? Now, people are faithful in 10%. That is good. People are faithful in doing whatever things they want to do. But the question is, why do we fail to build our empire? Because God is also interested with the 90% that is left in your pocket. Sio kukura tu na kukunywa. The problem is that at time we don't keep our 10% aside to build our empire. And if we do that, if we save, at time we fail to do something else, we fail to start some project because of fear of failure. Wow. What do we do now to overcome the ATYCHIPHOBIA? That is the big question. And the answer is here. Bible says do not complain or do not murmur about anything, but in everything let God knows all your plans. Let God knows all your projects. We say that whenever I think to start something, it is not by my strength. It is not by might nor my strength. It is by the Spirit of God. So it is God who enables me. It is Him who knows all my fear. And if I give Him all my fear, then He is able to help me to overcome all those fears. Because if you have 10 kids in a class and they are sitting for exam, and this exam will be determined by the whole class, not individual, and one of them fail to appear, fail to come to sit for that exam, I can tell you the whole class will fail, because the determination of that exam is for the whole class. Now the question is, why do you fear a lot? Why do you fear to start something just because of failure? Do you know failure is a lesson? And if you take it positive as a lesson, you can do something bigger. Actually, Bible says in the book of Ecclesiastes that cast your bread in many waters. The problem of us failing to cast bread in many waters, it is because of fear that if I cast this bread in these many waters, itanyauka, itaisha, na sitapata kitu ya kukula. I mean, we worry too much about the bread to eat, but we don't mind about the seed to plant. Because it is the seed that you plant that brings the outcome, that brings the harvest. But if you fear to go and plant that seed because you fear about tomorrow, about what to eat tomorrow, then what about the years to come? Let me tell you, you have the potential to do something good, to do something bigger. But because of fear of ATYCHIPHOBIA, fear for failure, you are failing to do something that can be of helpful. You are failing to activate your potential just because of fear. Can I tell you something? Trust in God and start something. Do not stay there. Remember 4 lepers in the book of Kings. If they stayed outside the gate of Samaria, they could have died there. Wangekufa pengine hapo. But they said, if we sit here, we will die. Let's go to the camp of Arameans. If they kill us, then let us die. But if they let us live, we shall live. And they started the journey. They moved forward. And they went there. But on the road going there, God put their feet a sound like the storm is coming. Like the chariots are coming. And the soldiers of Aramean wakahepa. Walipohepa, those guys, they went there, wakakuta chakula, kulikuwa na mali nyingi, and wakafanya the whole society of Samaria ikafaidika kwa sababu ya courage yao. You know, Bible says in the book of Daniel 11:32 that those who trust their God, they can do watafanya mambo makuu na mambo ya ajabu. They can do exploits. Ama they shall do exploits. Wale ambao wanaamini Mungu wao. Kwa nini wewe ubaki hapo? Wewe unabaki hapo tu ukisema unajua sina capital, unajua sina nini. Let me tell you, the problem is not capital. The problem is you. Pray and overcome that ATYCHIPHOBIA you have in you. And God will do something because you have a blessing in your heart. Mungu ameweka blessing kwa mikono yako namna hii. Na kama vile nimewaambia, utatoa tithe na utakuwa faithful kwa tithe miaka yote. But what are you doing with the rest 90%? Kama hautatafuta kitu cha kufanya na hiyo 90% na uactivate and you cast that bread you have in many waters, my friend, disaster itakukuta hapo. Itakukuta hapo, utaishi kulalamika, utaishi kusema Mungu hakupendi, but it's not like God does not love you. He loves you and he has given you all resources that you need to start something. But ukikaa hapo, shida yako. Acha nikuachie hapo mtazamaji wangu na msikilizaji wangu, na niseme ya kwamba nimeshukuru sana kwa sababu ya kunipa masikio yako na kwa sababu ya wakati wako pia. Pia hata hizo bundles ambazo unatumia kunitazama, I don't take them for granted. I pray that God will give you the ideas on what to do and also gives you the capital to start something. But remove the fear in you. If there is one thing the Bible has repeated a lot, is that do not fear. Remove the ATYCHIPHOBIA and move forward. Thank you. Huyu ni Sam K. Mbaki salama na Mungu awajalie sana. Tukutane wakati mwingine. Bye.